Hold on, bro. All right, bro. So this the first video right here, right? So I got. I'm gonna let you speak on how you feel about this Charlie. The Charlie Keys. The Charlie Kirk. Assassination. But this right here is saying people saying that Israel's behind it, and then some people saying that Israel not. So I'm gonna just start it off like this.
Will fall.
Which is okay.
Oh shit! Hold on.
And anyone who gets in the way, it doesn't matter where they are,
Can
even
you
if they
hear it?
are politicians in the West, they are going to fall.
And remember, he's an Israeli agent. Are you saying Israel will murder politicians in the West or get rid of them politically through bribery or whatever else? What do you mean the politicians in the West will fall if they don't agree that to back Israel's war against Iran?
Yeah, we will not vote for them anymore.
Oh, well, you don't vote for them now. You're not in our country. What do you mean the politicians will fall?
All right, then I'm gonna play this next video from Charlie.
And
I think it was the
anyone who
day
gets in
before
the way,
Charlie had
it
died.
doesn't matter where they are, even if
Jambalaya has
Wrong video.
Which is okay. Charlie, we pushed back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, on it's like maybe we should also ask a question. Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So, Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have
Anything else, but before I let you go, I want you to address one thing, and it's just the absurdity of it. Some of the internet rumors that somehow Israel is behind the Charlie Kirk murder, and I don't believe it for 1 second, but I want you to make a statement. It's so absurd.
That's insane. That's insane. Israel,
which is okay. Charlie, we pushed back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, on it's like maybe we should also ask a question. Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So, Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse.
All right, I ain't gonna play the whole video. What? All right, bro. So from watching these videos, right? What do your feel up on this whole situation? Do you think it was a hit by Israel?
I don't know who the hell the hit came from, but it was a hit. It wasn't just see. This is what we gotta stop. It ain't no random people just going out just shooting people. That happens, but they're not shooting. Ain't no random people just doing that to people in the public eye. So we gotta get out of this mindset that this stuff is just a random 22-year-old kid. They said the same thing about the JFK shooting.
I was just about to say. So look, right on your point. All right. So on your point about the shooting, right? I'm gonna put up a picture of the person that they said that they say that they got. I forgot the old boy name of the killer, but so this is the picture that of the guy that they said that they have arrested, and this is the guy on the top with the sunglasses is the image that was supposed to be the guy that was on top of the roof and stuff. Let me ask you this clear up, bro. Do you believe that this guy looked the same as this guy?
Well, I don't. You really can't tell because in this picture, this dude. I mean, he probably been disheveled, roughed up, and all kind of shit. So you really can't tell. Hey, he got on. Who knows? His nose could have been punched on or something. I don't know. But
From looking at the features, like if I'm looking at his ears and just right here, it doesn't. I don't believe it's the guy, to my honest opinion. But go ahead, bro. I just don't believe it's him.
I mean, y'all ever seen that TV show, The Jackal?
The who?
The Jackal.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Watch that TV show and then you'll understand what I'm saying about this. You'll understand my sentiments about that photo right there.
Do you believe that he could have just been the fall guy though? Like it could have been
Always a
because
pass.
like
It's always a passing.
I'm just and I'm asking because his father turned in, and I know there's civilians, and he did the what people say is the correct thing. But to me, I don't even know, like, bro, like I'm gonna ask you this: if you seen, do you believe the stuff like that we're seeing, like from the clips of when the shooting happened, of the security guard giving a signal sign? I also know that I I I don't know if you seen it or re-seen the clip, the actual clip of the shooting, but I thought it was straight through the net. But from what I've been told and researching, it was Charlie had on a bulletproof vest, so it hit the chest through the neck. I that's what I seen you the clip, bro. I don't know.
What?
This is so I was watching. I've heard two people say that. I heard the Joe Budden cast say this shit, and then I heard some other guy say that when the sniper shot it, he shot it through the chest. He hit him in the chest, and it went through the neck. I'm just giving you. I'm not saying that's true or not. I really don't know. It looked like it was straight through the neck.
You don't hit a nigga in the chest and then go through his neck.
They saying that it bounced off his chest. I'm just giving you this, and I'm just asking your opinion because I don't see that happening either. I thought it was just straight through the net, and then you also got certain people talking about sniper saying that the shot wasn't easy. The shot was easy, and the shot wasn't easy. I just want to get your opinion.
From what they say, but that's not an easy shot to make.
So exactly right. It wasn't an easy shot to make. So do you feel like even with the training, like they said that the family had a gun license and they do some training. Do you think that he really, even with the training that he might have so-called got, do you think he had to be specialized in something as far as the military, anything?
Nah. You shoot all the time. You can learn to shoot like that. You got a qualified person teaching you how to shoot.
Do you think Charlie's was a?
I think that kid in college that they say was in college didn't know. I don't think he did that.
You don't believe that was him?
Nah.
Who do you believe it was somebody that was sent over? Like, do you believe it was from the left side?
Nah,
I don't want to go too far now. Like,
I think this is what we gotta understand. The government is way more complex than what people think, right? So when people think like, let's just put this. Let's get this out. People think that these people actually hate each other.
The left and the right.
They think that Democrats and Republicans don't hate each other. That's why. So let me tell you the difference between what they do and what regular people do with politics. They're arguing points. Normal, regular Americans are arguing feelings. It's two totally different things. We arguing about, so we can have this conversation, this dialogue, talk about, oh, you're doing this wrong. You should do this for the American people, da, da, da. And then we're going to go have lunch together and talk about regular shit.
You talk about the left and the right, you talking about Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah. Everyday citizens gonna have this same debate, but they feelings gonna get involved. Now you hate the motherfucker that stay next door to you. That's the difference. That's why 98% of the country is mentally ill.
Because we put a lot of our feelings involved in situations that don't need to be in.
What feelings shouldn't be, your feelings don't hold any weight in the political debate. Because once it's well, since you think that way, don't talk to me.
What do you think?
If political people did that, then nothing to get done in this country.
So what do you think? Why do you think people haven't caught on to the game that they're playing?
Because people are idiots. I just told you 98% of the country is mentally ill, bro. 98% of people walking around are mentally ill. Now they got now they able to put their
Let me ask you this then.
mental illness on social media.
Let me ask you this: is it a mental illness because they're going through they're going through life situation where they're living in survival mode, and in survival mode it's hard to think?
Nah, they mental illness come from not understanding that this is a game. See, once you see it's cognitive dissonance, man. The truth can be sitting right in front of you and you just refuse to believe it. If you walk outside and you just telling yourself the sky is green, but you can obviously see it's blue, you got a problem.
So do you think Charlie Kirk was killed because of his political beliefs of what he believed, or do you think it was a message sent to warn other, like, not just people in that field, as far as, I won't even say like just influencers who are coming up in that political world about certain stuff that you speak about?
You got to think these people rely on power and control, right? So if this motherfucker's sitting up there talking, and he's which he is hateful and crazy as some of the stuff he say, he be having some valid points, bro. Just being honest. And in this world of feelings,
I don't think you mean valid points when we talk about like certain like black people being better off in slavery or stuff like that.
yeah, that shit just stupid. I think
Yeah.
some of that shit is just like Charleston White. He playing a character.
Oh, yeah, the trolling.
Yeah, because you got to think all this shit is still about money. You see what I'm saying? So this is how he feed his family. So in order to keep this engagement, I have to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of something I've been learning too, as far as trying to keep the engagement.
I gotta say controversial stuff. Do I believe he believed all of that stuff that he's saying? No.
Yeah,
but
it's like you say a lot of negative stuff to bring the people to you, and then
people pay attention to the negative.
Yeah,
you walk in the room and say, "All you hoes stand up," and there's a 15, 20 women in the room. All the women in there gonna get mad. Who you calling the hoe? If you ain't the hoe, then what you talking for? You see what I'm saying? So this is the type of shit that I understand when it comes to this type of stuff. But so many people are in their feelings with shit. You can't have a conversation about politics and about how you feel. How I feel has no relevance to what's going on. What is the logical thing to happen here? And then that's how the country just stay fucked up, because nobody is thinking logically. Everybody's how I feel. I feel like I'm a man. I feel like I'm a woman. It's like, come on, bro. So now they take it to where it's like, no, you have to address me as a woman because I feel like I'm one. It's like, man, listen, bro. What's the logic though? There's no logic behind that. So that's, I mean, and not the bad. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just saying your feelings. You know what I'm saying? How you feel has no relevance to everyday reality. What's life?
What if you think people are afraid of reality, or afraid of what might be ahead of them or something, so they try to stay in a different light, a different world, so that they live in a different image?
Nah, people just crazy. I'm sometimes, bro, I just be so fed up with the world, bro.
What made you get there?
Stupid people.
Not just saying people are stupid. What is some things that make you get there, as far, because you really don't you don't really give me that vibe where you be like you care what other people doing. So I know it ain't that, but I know you be like, damn, that's just stupid shit. Like, what is it? Like,
I just hear it. When I hear it, when it touch my ears, I be like, damn, this motherfucker.
Do you think it's coming to a point where, do you see it ever changing? As far as like one day people will wake up and stop feeling, or you think it's just gonna get worse and we just headed down the worst path?
Oh no, it's gonna get worse. You got people losing their jobs because they said something about dude.
That's why I was asking you before. You know, I was
Because somebody feels some type of way. Like, and I get it. I don't want to make it seem like I'm some type of robot, like I ain't got no feelings or something, but like my feelings get involved when I'm in my relationship or when I'm dealing with my family. If I'm dealing with stuff that's going on in the everyday world, my feelings ain't. I'm not injecting my feelings into that because I can also say
so you saying
I
people
gotta
should.
deal with that shit.
So
You
you
see what I'm
saying
saying?
so you saying are you saying people with jobs or with careers that they shouldn't even, if you know it's gonna risk something, don't even speak on it. Like everybody don't have to speak on the situation.
Yeah, you really don't. Because, like, in reality,
Mm-hmm.
this dude's in Utah, Vermont. I'm like the whitest states ever, right? Like, don't know black people really live out there unless they play basketball or something. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you feel about the black people that's not even making fun of it? I ain't talking about them. The black people that feel like, oh, you gotta have sympathy or some type of empathy for this situation. What if that was your child or this, and that? What do you feel about that?
I mean, you can do that, but do that on your own time.
So you don't feel like I don't give. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm not. I don't wish no
Hey,
harm on nobody. But
look,
I'm not. That's not my.
news flash though. Most motherfuckers don't give a damn.
I'm just being honest. I don't want to sugarcoat out like
No,
I care
no,
because we
most people
talking
don't.
about it.
That shit. Look, if you got a bill to pay tomorrow and you don't know how you gonna pay it, you don't give a damn about this man being killed.
I don't even think a lot of people really knew who he was. Like as far as like if we don't, cause we talk politics. Like this is our thing. So, but a lot of people don't care, and a lot of people don't like. The reason I brought it up because we all. It was just one of the things that it happened before 9/11, right? And I don't know whatever. I'm looking at the situation, and then I looked at who they say that did it, right? And I'm like, I told myself, I said, bro, I would never believe the news because assassination that has happened where they pointed out that these are the people that did it, and it was the truth.
My
So
point exactly.
and I'm looking at people, and I'm looking at all these people with big platforms, and they going off on this kid, and they believe in this story. But I'm like, bro, as smart as y'all say y'all is, when are y'all gonna be like? When are you gonna call out the news and be like, is this really the person that y'all say it is? Because y'all have never told us, y'all have never been right on this.
Because people don't care. Like they really don't care, bro. Like you gotta think. They
But you
can
got an
go,
officer like the officer Tatum. I'm speaking on now. I'm not talking about regular people. I'm talking about people with a platform following, like the people that's like crying. You got Stephen A. Smith, like people because you saying they people don't care, but the people with the platforms are the people they listen to, right? These are the
right,
people that they,
everybody's
huh?
sheep.
Hmm.
People sheep.
Say what?
Everybody's sheep.
Mm.
Like think about that. Something happened. You can clearly see what's happening right there in your face, and then you turn around and go watch to see what somebody else say, so you can regurgitate what they say
Mm-hmm. Instead of
instead of
getting
just
your own
actually
valid
taking your
opinion about it.
own opinion or what you seen on the TV. That's why people watch sports. See, when I watch sports, I know what I'm looking at. Like if I'm watching football, I know exactly what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But you will hear the commentator say some shit, and they be like, "I'm looking at it like that ain't what happened." But he's there for entertainment purposes. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm looking at something, bro, I'm looking at it with my own eyes. I'm gonna formulate my opinion off of what I'm seeing. I'm not gonna wait till CNN come on or go to the Breakfast Club to hear what they saying, and then like, oh, yeah, he right. No, I got my own opinion. Most people don't have their own opinion. Not 98% of people don't have their own opinion. They sheep. That's why that's what the connection thing is for. That's what social media is for. They've developed a tool to funnel everybody's thinking in two separate ways. Either you're gonna like it or dislike it. So they're funneling everybody's mind into whatever area. That's why when you watch certain stuff, if you like it, you click on it, they continue to show you the same shit.
And your algorithm, especially TikTok.
You see what I'm saying? So if you a far left winger, leftist, Democrat, everything about Donald Trump that's bad is gonna pop up on your timeline. If you're a far righter, everything that you like about Donald Trump is gonna pop up on your timeline. Because they know people don't have their own brains. Now, if you're a nigga like me, you're gonna have all kind of shit popping up on your timeline. All kind of stuff. Because I'm in that middle ground where it's like, okay, yeah, he said this, but I kind of like what he said right here. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be at odds with you just because you said one thing that I didn't like. Now I don't like you.
Okay, let me ask you this then, bro. Do you worry about, and we come on here not as much as that, and my following ain't as big as it should or it could be, but do you worry about the things that you say when you get on here? Like, do you worry about, because you know, I sent you the comments. I sent you the comments, and people always got shit they got to say. So, and I like that goes back to my point of like when you were saying everybody don't have a needs to say what they like have to say something, right? What do you like if for the people that feel like they do want to make an impact or do want to say their like speak their emotion, you just feel like they just keep it as barbershop talk?
Nah, if you're gonna talk, bro, talk with sense. Like, say something that makes sense. Not because you feeling the type of way. Say something that makes sense.
But okay, let me play devil advocate. It's a lot of people that felt like Charlie Kirk wasn't saying nothing that made sense because it was his own
feelings. Like when you listen to dude speak, like he just said some crazy stuff. Like,
nah, he said some wild
shit. I take what he's saying and Charleston White saying and put it in the same bag.
Is it because people say he's a racist, and I tell people I'm pro-black, so you can call it racist, you call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. I love him, you know, whatever. I don't care that he wants to see his people succeed more than he might want to see blacks and Mexicans. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not my thing. I don't care. Like, so if that's if that's the point of people, is that I think too many people still have that mindset where it feel like everybody got to be like, everybody got to be one like this, or like we got to integrate with everybody, or everybody should get along, do like, and everybody don't mix, and that's fine.
Yeah, but see, people they think that everything got to be cookie cutter. See, I'm gonna tell you, most people think they can just say what the hell they want to say to you, offend you or whatever, and.
But see, I don't think he was doing that.
I don't think he was doing that either. But I think in the sense that most people think that everything got to be on one accord and copacetic, right? Like everybody wants to live in this world, in this fictitious. It's all in their mind.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's like walking down the street and being like, just like the civil rights movement. I hate to, kind of rely on this, but black people were really walking into white establishments saying, "No, I deserve the right to be here," instead of saying, "They don't want me here. Why the fuck would I even want to come here?" You see what I'm saying? Like people want to be included in the shit that people don't want them to be included in.
I think that's why when people be like, bro, like when I be like, I can't really fuck with a lot of people because I see that a lot, and I see a lot with the celebrities, and these are like you go back to say it, it's a lot of sheeps around here because they look up to these people, and they follow that, they lead and whatever, and all these people like. I listened to Boosie was talking about some shit, and he was like, "Man, I'm trying to get the same money from these people that you trying to get." And I'm like, "Damn, bro, you don't hustle that long, bro. Why don't you just do your own thing?" Don't nobody say that. Like people kill Dame Dash for him want to do his own thing, And I get Dame be wilding sometimes, but I still respect the way he stand on his morals and value on who he wants to be. And you gotta respect it.
I say this though, I ain't respecting that because if you standing on morals and values that's ultimately causing detrimental to you and your family, I can't respect that. That's bullshit.
I get that.
You see what I'm saying?
I get that point too. I get that point.
This is how I look at life, bro. I'm gonna work with who wants to work with me.
And you don't have to like that person.
Not even on the liking shit. It's like whether you hate if you don't want to work with me, I'm fine with that. Whether if you're a white dude and you just don't like black people, I'm cool. You don't hurt my feelings because you don't want to work with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't bother me.
But then you got some people that bothers them so bad.
Yeah, like, bro, back to the civil rights movement. Why? Like I just for the life of me, like people, we taking. I really don't like to take information from the past because that
you know what's so crazy and what's so dangerous too about that? You point that out, not to interrupt you, but you point that out. But I was listening to I found out something about the Nation of Islam, and they was being funded by one of these high type white person, bro. But it's just like it's so many people that just it's feel like they mislead their people to keep them right here, like in this position.
Listen, black people want to hold on to this. They want to hold on to this idea of suffering. Like I don't understand.
I get what you're saying. The victim mentality of what we
came from. Like, listen, bro.
I'm too scared to go back to where I came from than where I'm trying to go back to where I'm coming from.
They want to hold on to this idea of suffering, bro, and it's so asinine to me. Like it just is, bro. Because the people that I come from, my family, like, bro, you get up and work. It don't matter what you're doing. You get your ass up and work. Like, regardless of what position you in, get up and work. And all I keep hearing, well, they don't give us the same opportunities and this and that. What about the black people that are getting the opportunities?
I say this to play devil advocate, right, bro? It is a lot of black people that get the same opportunity, right? But it's not a lot of same of us that get the same. And I'm not saying some of us do get the same education, some of us don't. Some must have situations at home that's different than others.
I understand all of that, bro. I understand that too.
Like, because you're not wrong. I get where you're going. I just want to clarify that and then it's not to say that even if our situation is bad at home that we still can't make it out. But
I come from a fucked up situation, so I get it.
But some people get so low, and you could testify to this when it comes to me. Like I've been there. Like I've been at my lowest. I've called you at my lowest to a point when you get to a lowest. It don't see no way out. And some people might not have the support system or the resources or the means. Like we didn't get a chance, and I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. I didn't get a chance to tell you about the Hurricane Katrina situation that I really wanted to talk to you about. And I'm gonna see if I could get did you watch any of the documentary of the Netflix or Hulu?
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get you back next week to talk about that. I seen what them folks went through. And mind you, I'm not gonna get on here and act like I knew everything because I didn't know about the leverage breaking and stuff like that. I didn't know about that. I'm pretty sure you did.
Let's correct that. The levee's blowing up. Let's correct that. That's
what
correct.
You mean blowing up? I didn't say hold on. I didn't know nothing about the blowing up part. So enlighten me on that then, because I didn't know.
Levees were blown up. It's been plenty.